back with another video, and today's another segment of spilling the tea for the girlies. So I feel like I'm in a period of my life where I'm actually going through this state where I'm realizing that self-isolation is key, which is why this segment is all about self-isolation. So when I realized I need to take a step back and stop trying to just spend every weekend going out doing something, one of the main things that I found that was challenging about this was FOMO, which stands for fear of missing out. And so even though I knew that I needed to start focusing on me and putting more time into what I want to pursue in life, I knew it was necessary to self-isolate, but it definitely is challenging. If you guys don't know exactly what FOMO is, I have a definition. It's anxiety around an interesting or exciting event that may currently be happening elsewhere, often aroused by posts on social media. And honestly, TikTok gives me the most FOMO. Right now, everything is so fast-paced that when you go on any social media apps, you constantly see posts about new restaurants, new events, new locations, or you see people on Instagram posting themselves at restaurants, events, or locations that you want to be at. So finding the time to actually focus on yourself is hard in itself, but you also probably think about the fact that everyone else is living their best life and you're here putting in the groundwork to get to your best life. So in this video, I'll be outlining the 5 benefits of self-isolation. So hopefully you girls can reach your full potential like I'm trying to do for myself. We're in this together. So the first benefit for self-isolation is time for self-care. In my time of trying to self-isolate and just think, what do I want to accomplish to make myself a better person? I finally decided to start therapy. And I feel like this is needed. It's been a long time coming. I've been saying that I want to go to therapy, and I don't specifically have one reason for why now is the time for me to start therapy. I just have benefits. I have access to it, and I want to be able to talk to somebody that is unbiased and get their unbiased opinions about the things that I do in my life. And now that I'm taking a step back to focus on me, I feel like I have the time set aside for the things that I need to do to better myself. And one of those things are therapy. If we're talking about just in a matter of self-care, now I've started laser treatments. But that's just the 2 things that I've been saying that I need to do for myself, self-care wise. You guys can decide what that means to you, whether it's going to the gym, getting on that fitness regimen that you want, starting meal plans, prepping for yourself, like putting time into things that are going to help you become the version that you've wanted to be, or things that you've been saying you're going to do for a long time that you haven't been able to do. Now's the time to put it into action, especially before the new year starts. Why? Because the new year is always focused on new goals, new aspirations, and things that you've been saying you've wanted to do for a long time. I feel like it's better to just start them now. That way you can hold yourself accountable and start your goals already for the new year and filter them down throughout the year. Because we don't want to have the mentality of, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. No, if you said you're going to do something, you're going to do it. So we're starting it from today. And now for the second benefit, which is personal growth. Personal growth can come in many aspects. Like for me, I know that starting therapy is going to help my personal growth journey, but I've also been trying to dive into other practices like meditation. For so long, I've been knocking meditation. Like I haven't had much interest in it. I just felt like it was just breathing techniques. But I recently came across an app called Headspace. This is not sponsored, by the way, but I recently came across an app called Headspace that I have available through work. And you can also get it on any smartphone. And it actually sets aside time for you to reflect on either what you've been doing throughout the day or how you want your day to go. There's a bunch of different reflections that you can go through. But they also have meditation and breathing exercises that you can do throughout the day. And honestly, I did the first one this week. And when I first started, I was like, what is this man saying to me in my headphones? Like I was just like, this is so weird. But as I said, personal growth can be engaging in more stimulating activities. If you listen to meditations, the voice alone is soothing and it has a way of relaxing you. And then on top of that, through apps like Headspace, you can actually see visualizations of like flows, waves, and it just reminds you to breathe on that type of pace. And it is so calming. By the end of it, I literally was like, I want it to go on longer. But the point is that you can just take that moment to breathe and then get back to the work that you have to do, but it lets you decompress. And that's why personal growth can be in many forms, but the benefit that we're looking for is self-reflection. So whatever you have to do, if that's meditating, prayer, just taking time for yourself in that isolation period to actually look at yourself, reassess your situation, and then find practices that can keep you going and keep you inspired. So now the third benefit is that you can use the self-isolation period to reconnect with your loved ones. For me, I think being younger, I always just feel the need to be outside, like doing something with my friends, we're living our best lives. And we often forget to reconnect with our loved ones, like the people that have been there for us forever. And the one thing that my family will always be like is that I'm just too cool to hang out with them. And that's funny for a while, but then you have to really think about it and be like, what if something did happen to your family? Like the people who are riding or dying for you? That is not okay. Like I would not be okay with the fact that I did not spend enough time with them, get my quality time in while I am available, because life isn't really lifing yet, but once it starts lifing, I might not have time for all of that. So lately I've been hanging out with my cousins way more, and I think that hanging out with younger siblings or like younger family members, it's more fulfilling because you get to see life through their eyes, and it really makes you more appreciative of what you have and where you are. So through my time of self-isolation, one of the things that I said I wanted to do is to spend more time with my family members. Because I have younger cousins, I'm realizing that they're growing up so fast, and it's just the little things. Like we went trick-or-treating for Halloween. They literally live so close to me, like it was nothing for me to do that, and I had the best time. Like it was so fun. My cousin and I were like skipping through the streets because we were just so excited, and it honestly just keeps you young. Like being around family, whether they're younger or older, either way, they can give you life experience. And for me, that's what I need to feel fulfilled. Which brings us to our fourth benefit, which is having the time for our creative pursuits. For me, I know that I have to be in front of the camera in order to film a YouTube video, or in front of my phone to film my TikTok. And those are the things that I want to pursue creatively. I think that right now I'm doing a very good job of being consistent and posting, and that is because I find the period for self-isolation to actually plan out what I want to do, and I have to know that I need to get these things done before I can go and do whatever I want with my family, with my friends, or whatever social endeavors that I may have. But also, when you have the time to actually sit back and plan out what you're doing and self-reflect, I feel like it gives you the time to actually be more creative. Say for me, filming YouTube videos, I wanted the time to actually find articles and information that can make my videos more informative than just self-experience. And I feel like I finally have the time to do that because I'm setting aside time for me. But also, this has been a time where you can have new learning opportunities. I think one of the best things you can do is just to enhance your skills, and that takes time. And personally, I used to use school as an excuse for everything for why I couldn't go out. You can use a course or obtaining a skill for your reason for why you can't go out with other people or hang out and do your socializing, because you know that you're trying to pursue something which actually has an end goal of acquiring a skill. And finally, that brings us to our last benefit, which is benefit number 5, which is your financial savings. Your period of self-isolation will save you money. That is a no-brainer. You will save money by self-isolating. This all started for me because I was going out every single weekend, and it got to a point where I was eating out every single weekend, and I physically felt sick. Like I was eating out so much that I stopped craving things. Like if I actually had to buy food, I had no idea what to buy because I was always eating out. I was always eating things that I craved to a point that I didn't have any anymore. And that is not okay. But also, I had to think about the fact that me eating out all the time meant that I'm spending money all of the time. No bueno, especially in this economy. There's just so much that goes into you going out, and once you step outside of your house, it costs money. And that's just the truth. Overall, I really just wanted to make this video because we are in difficult times right now. We're technically in a recession, and I really had to do some self-reflection and just think about, what am I doing where I'm spending all this money? I'm not focused on what I want to be doing with my life because we're going into the new year. Like everything is coming to a point where I feel like I had to self-isolate, figure out what was best for me and how I wanted to bring the best version of myself forward into 2024, but also create new practices that actually makes my 2024 successful. And you can only do that if you start spending time with yourself. But that's the end of the video, guys. You guys already know the drill. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Comment down below any video ideas you guys have for me, because I will do them. And always, I'll see you in the next one. Living without you, teach me, man.